Felix the Fox. Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a fox named Felix. Felix was different from the other foxes in the forest, as he was highly intelligent and had the ability to speak. The animals of the forest were amazed by Felix's intelligence and often sought his advice on various matters. One day, a group of hunters came to the forest and threatened to hunt down all the animals for their fur and meat. The animals were terrified, but Felix assured them that he would take care of the situation. He devised a plan and asked the animals to hide in his den, promising to protect them from the hunters. The hunters came but were shocked to find that there were no animals in the forest. They asked Felix how he had managed to protect the forest's inhabitants, to which he replied, "I am a fox, I have a keen sense of smell and I knew you were coming." The hunters were impressed and asked Felix to guide them to where they could find the animals. Felix agreed, but only if they promised not to harm the animals. The hunters kept their promise, and Felix quickly became known as the most knowledgeable guide in the forest. He used his intelligence to help the hunters find the animals without hurting them. The animals were shocked to hear of Felix's new profession, but they couldn't deny that he had kept his promise to protect them. They were grateful and even began to look up to Felix as a hero. Years passed, and the hunters became very successful, but one day, Felix received a letter from the animals, pleading for his help. A new group of hunters had come to the forest, and they were not keeping their promise not to harm the animals. Felix knew that he had to help his old friends, but he also knew that if he tried to stop the hunters, he would be in danger. He came up with a plan and, disguising himself as a wealthy collector, he went to the hunters. He pretended to be interested in buying the hunters' furs, and offered them a large sum of money for it. The hunters accepted the deal and left the forest. After the hunters were gone, Felix revealed his true identity to the animals and helped them to come out of hiding. The animals were overjoyed and threw a big feast in Felix's honor. But, even though Felix had saved the forest, he knew that he could never return to his old life as a guide for hunters. So, he bid farewell to the animals and disappeared into the night, but his legend lived on. The animals never saw Felix again, but they always remembered the fox who had saved their forest and taught them to never judge a book by its cover. From then on, the forest had a new motto: never trust a fox, but never underestimate one either.